compression coupling is merely a coupling with 2 outer rings and 2 outer seals. That's all it is. So I'm going to pull these components apart, slide the rings on. These are threaded outer rings that are used to retain it. Now, the reason I don't like them is because there's no way for this to bite down. I'm not saying it's not a fix that will last forever, because I've seen them that do. But it's not my go-to. Let's just put it that way. But it is one of the most common. Okay, one thing to note when you're doing a compression coupling, this is where this seal sits. Now, it's supposed to sit ideally half in and half out, so the other half goes into this so that they can compress that seal. So it's got to go in halfway. You can see it's right there. That's half of that ring. Now if you get it on a bind and you don't get it in halfway and you start forcing one side in, you're never going to actually squeeze this in if you just tighten it down. You actually have to get in there and use something. If this was on a bind, you would use something to push this down into it, because if you don't get it in all the way, it's not going to seal. And you just keep working at it till it gets where you want it. Alright, first way you do, let's push it back a little bit, slide the compression coupling over. You just need it over far enough that you can get this pipe bent into the right position to then slide it back over. One thing that compression couplings are good at, if your pipe is on a bind, as long as you can get these seals lined up like I was talking and get them to push down in where they go, tighten them up, it will still seal and it will still hold. The only problem when I say hold is that it will hold back the water. It doesn't actually have any physical restraint, and is the biggest reason I don't care for them, because there's no way to be able to lock the pipe into place where glue will do that for you. So you want to find approximately center, so you can see it right there, approximately center. Now you can mark the pipe, or you can just do a pretty decent guess at it, which is what I always do. If you mark the pipe, you would just mark it halfway down. So I just basically push that all the way down in there so it's embedded all the way. Tighten this side up enough to hold it in place. Once it's held in place, then I can work on pushing this side in. Now if they don't want to move, throwing a little bit of water on them helps them to get lubricated, and they'll not stick so hard. So you just tighten this up. Now that's a watertight fit. Now there's a reason it has these little ridges, and so that you can use channel locks or strap wrench or something, pipe wrench, you know, whatever you've got. Let's see. So intended for you to put this one on here and hold this, the center side, while you tighten the outside. That's the intent of how this is designed. So you can leave that where it is. Do the same thing on this side. They'll tighten in opposite directions, and that's just because that's how, when threads are flipped around, it goes the other direction. So that would be a watertight seal. Again, not my favorite, but you know what, it's a solution. And if it's on a lateral, I wouldn't bother replacing it. If it was on a main and it was getting me through a weekend, then I might replace it.